I'm Untitled Trades, and this is another everyday Let's Play. This is going to be Firewatch. So I was doing it, like, after I did my friend Pedro on the first, I was like, I want to do something story-based or something combat-based, so I went with For Honor. It's not story-based, obviously. And the game launched, but first of all, why the hell does it start with the almost entirely unskippable cutscene that I could then not get back to? And then also, it started in windowed mode for no good reason. And it was like, do all these things, including a tutorial before we can get you to the options so that you can change the freaking resolution. It's like, oh god, I was done. And then it didn't capture anyway. And then I tried We Happy Few from Xbox Game Pass, and it wouldn't even launch. Doesn't even launch. Thanks, Xbox. You're lovely. I'm still paying for that bullshit, too. I'm paying for games not to load. So then I went with this, because it's story-based. I know, I was like really annoyed yesterday at Canarium, which to me is today. Oh, story starting, I think. But I know I need to go up to the crew quarters to get whatever I need to open that stupid thing. And then something amazing is going to happen with the cat. Boulder, Colorado, 1975. I am kind of moving it. Ooh. You see Julia. I also see my mouse. Supposed to click or what? She's about your age, late 20s, laughing with well-dressed professors and grad students from nearby CU Boulder. You, Henry, are out drinking with your pals. You approach her. I don't have any other choices. You are drunk. So, what's your, you know, major? You're pretty. I'm gonna ask about her major. You slur the word major and it smells like Coors. You give an awkward smile. Evolutionary biology, she says, and I'm a professor. Cool, you reply. What's yours, she asks. She sniffs the air. Toxicology? Was that a burn, you asked? She says, definitely. Worried she hurt your feelings, she asks you if you want to split a cheeseburger. 1 week later, you are Julia's boyfriend. Why is she into him? He must be really handsome. I do have a body. Look at that. Oh, so the elevator wasn't moving until I picked up my backpack? Interesting. I lowered the graphics, obviously. This game looks better than this, normally. I like this music. I'm not even sure why. Like anyone can park in this space. Is this my truck? Why is the bed down? Load gear, by which you mean throw my backpack in the back? Why was the... You date for over a year. She drives you absolutely nuts. It's great. Like, so good nuts, not bad nuts. I said nuts too many times. You move in, you share an apartment near the school with a view of the mountains. You two drink beers out on the deck. You drink beer just about anywhere, so he's a little bit of an alcoholic, maybe? Is that what you're implying? Life is good. I drink a lot of beer too, but I'm not an alcoholic. I don't drink in the morning. I don't drink before I go to work. I drink sometimes before I go to work to do this, but that's different. Julia wants to get a dog. There's a scruffy, undersized beagle. Julia is in love. She wants to bring it with her to class. There's also an intimidating but gentle-eyed German shepherd. Nothing bad could happen to Julia while walking this dog. It's badass. You picked up the beagle and she names him Bucket. You adopt the shepherd and name him Mayhem. Beagles suck. Like, you have no idea. Here in Phoenix, we had something, I don't know if it still happens, called Beagle Fest, where people who own beagles would all get together, and the beagles would all howl. Hundreds of beagles howling, all at the same time. Talk about a disaster. German shepherds are highly trainable and have very sweet dispositions. I know that this is the loving choice for her wants, and this is the loving choice for her protection, but I hate beagles. Mayhem's an excellent dog. He loves wrestling with you in the park and goes with Julia on her runs. Even though he's too big to bring to school, Julia loves him all the same. Mayhem is a friend, child, and pet all rolled into one. That's how a dog should be. How a pet should be. Right, Missy? I was just looking for you. Don't rub against the mic. 1979, you talk this. I didn't realize this was so early in time. You talk out on the deck. It's summer, 9:30 p.m., and the heat still radiates off the high desert. What do you think about kids? She asked. I don't like them. Kids, they're not very smart or good at much. I'm saying if you and I have a couple little idiots. That would be pretty good. One day, why rush? Or how about never? So one day, why rush? She looks away out towards the mountains. We have plenty of time, right? Speak for yourself, mister. Which, by the way, that whole thing about, oh my god, your fertility rates drop so much after you turn 35 is actually not true. Don't worry, you assure her. Besides, you could always adopt. You tell her she is the body of an undergrad. My ovaries didn't get the memo, she says, laughing it off. One day, okay? Okay, one day, she says. 6 months later, you get engaged, lying in— You guys weren't even getting married yet, and you're already lying in bed on a Sunday morning. Sorry. Why would you plan to have kids before you decided that you wanted to marry each other? Not recommended for inexperienced. Learn to live with fears. Do not forget check-in. No fireworks. Yeah, no fireworks. I fucking hate fireworks. I hated that about New Year's Eve. All the damn fireworks. And someone on Unpopular Opinions was trying to say, oh, they're not that bad. Go to hell, they're bad. Ah! Yes. It's not my hat, but I guess I already have my backpack on. What is this film over the image? Oh. 1980, it's Thursday night, and Julia is 4 hours late. She doesn't call. You're worried and getting angrier by the minute. She walks in after you've gone to bed. She's not quite drunk, but she's clearly been having a fun time. You fight when she gets between the sheets. You get mad. You ignore her. Or you say, honey, where have you been? I've been worried. Like a reasonable human being. You ignore her. You don't touch each other all night. The next day you feel guilty for being so angry and ask about her evening. She says it was great. You hold on to a tiny pill of resentment. You make some coffee and go to work. This is a choose-your-own-adventure at this point. 1981. Julia still likes to draw. She draws plants from her research. She draws all the places you go. She draws you. You pose and flex like He-Man. You frolic like a Victoria's Secret model. Or you don't behave like a jackass. This human being is a jackass. You frolic like a Victoria's Secret model. Very nice. What the fuck is that? Two forts. Fire lockout. Spacebar to climb over obstructions. That's pretty. 1982. During the summers, you and Julia enjoy walking Mayhem at night. There's a festival in town. It brings in folks from faraway places. One of them tries to mud you with a knife. Mayhem runs away. Moo, fuck, dog, Julia yells. She gets flustered and has trouble speaking when she is stressed. You confront the attacker. You stare him away. You beat his goddamn face. You know, or you could pull the firearm that you should have in your pocket as a self-defense mechanism, because guess what? Dogs are not there specifically as weapons. Guns are, though. You beat his goddamn face in. Your arm gets cut up, but you beat the guy to a pulp. You don't feel very tough. You cry your eyes out before the cops show up. Julia asks to take a different path from that day forward. You say okay, you don't want to go that way either. From then on, you walk by the river. 1984. Plans to have kids get waylaid by work. Julia gets offered a job at Yale. Yale is in Connecticut, 2,000 miles away. It's a great job. Associate department chair. She wants to move. You absolutely do not. But why don't you? What is he staying here for? I need that information. Convince her not to take the job. Agree if she commutes back and forth. Or move with her. You ask her if she'll commute back and forth. You don't want to move to Connecticut. She says that'll be hard, but she'll do it if you won't move. You tell her not to pass it up if that's what she wants. She agrees. She flies back to Boulder 3 times each semester. 1985. Julia is sent home from Yale on paid leave after having an episode. She lost it on a colleague for borrowing books that were important to her research. She didn't remember she had happily loaned them to him just 2 days prior. Mental breakdown from the stress? Or something more serious? She was found crying in the stairwell. You say that maybe you guys should talk to someone about it. You make macaroni and drink wine and try to forget about it. You say that maybe you guys should talk to someone about it. She may need help. After seeing multiple doctors and having many tests, they are worried that Julia might be suffering from early onset dementia. She is 41. You both decide to keep it a secret for now. Why? Oh my god. Dude! Now I have to edit this. Liam is getting older. He's got silver hair down his back and slows down at night. You and Julia walk him to the bar to see your friends, and it feels like nothing has changed. Julia goes back to the university. Julie's affliction gets worse. She can't remember. That's the year I was born. She can't remember things in class. Her research is in shambles. She drives her car to the next town over for no particular reason and has to be brought home by the police. She is devastated. She is sent home on permanent medical leave. Some days you get the Julia who calls you a dope and your unborn children little idiots. Other days, you get a stranger. She pulls you into bed to make love. After 5 minutes, she goes into a panic, believing her dad is at the door. You tell her family, they are crushed and begin to make trips to and from their home in Australia to visit her. For a while, your friends come by with little things to brighten the day. She gets worse. You spend your days following Julia around the house. You count the seconds between the 2 weekly visits from Daniel, the nurse. He suggests that Julia could live somewhere else, somewhere with 24-hour care. A home. It sits with you for a couple of months. You decide to move her into a full-time care facility. You are determined to take care of her by yourself. Now, as nice as this option sounds, it's actually kind of stupid and prideful. He's not a medical expert. That's what she needs. You decide to move her into a full-time care facility. Certainly books it. Except for then. Ooh. Hi. Off it goes. Her family agrees with your decision. You find a fantastic place in Boulder and move her there. You see her every day. Then every other day. Well, that's the part that makes you jackass. You go out to a bar with your old friends. It's not the same. You get the feeling that every wife tells her husband, if you ever put me in a home like Henry did, I will cut your balls off. See, we shouldn't act like assisted living care is a negative thing. They're experts. You're not. You're not an expert. You slowly decide to not see your old friends that much. Because that's the thing too, is that they get shifts. They work for 8 hours, take a lunch break, take breaks, someone else takes over. You can't be on 24/7. You can't. It's ridiculous. Don't expect that from people. Julia's sister Suzanne moves to Boulder to be close to her. She visits her every day. You go with her some of the time. Soon, Susan buys you an old typewriter and urges you to see if you won't see a therapist. You won't. You've always really liked Susan. Oh, are you gonna try to sleep with her? Months go by, Mayhem dies. Julia doesn't remember him when you tell her. Sometimes it takes her a minute to walk in on you. In the back of your mind, you believe it's because you see her less and less. That's probably not it. She's probably just losing her memories. And seeing her less and less makes her forget you more. You think. See, they know that that's not true too. Summer is coming and you see an ad in the paper for a job. You take it. This is like a really hard thing to go through. It's not easy to make decisions about. Enter the lookout tower. You got it. It just saved. I hate the sound of crickets. I turned off Head Bob because it made me sick when I was playing it in Layers of Fear. Just want to take a look around. Propane tanks. Okay. I was like, eventually I have to hit the stairs again, right? Turn on power. Alright. What is it? Old wood stove. Stove. Cookbook. National Forest Guidebook. Water jug. A singular mine. Map table. Ah, can't. Ah.
Hello, Two Forks Tower.
Hold left shift to activate radio. Huh.
Hello? Whoever this is?
Some weird
It's Henry, right?
choices there.
I'm Delilah.
Yeah, that's what the guy said on the phone.
So, what's wrong with you?
Excuse
What?
me?
People take this job to get away from something. So, what's wrong?
What's wrong with you?
That's a great idea. Go ahead.
Look, I
What?
just hiked for 2 days, so I don't really follow whatever it is you're doing right now.
You take a stab at what's wrong with me.
Oh,
Fine, then can I sleep forever?
Sure, buddy. Okay, now go ahead.
you've killed 3 ex-husbands, you're rebelling against mom, nobody back home can stand you. Let's do with you're rebelling against mom.
Okay, you're probably just rebelling against a mom who wishes you had given her grandkids, by the sound of your voice, at least 15 years ago. You come out here and it really grinds her gears and you love it. Can I sleep now?
Well, she also says I fuck immature men, but in my defense, who wouldn't want a 28-year-old with ambition and energy and some fire in his belly in bed?
Me, I'm going now.
Just a second, now it's my turn.
I like her.
Okay, good night, bye.
Jesus!
I don't know anything about you, but 9 times out of 10, folks out here simply got dumped.
Nope.
Huh, is that it?
Close?
No,
Right.
no.
Good night. Welcome to the job.
Title screen. That's a good opening. I'll give them that. And I think I'll call this good once it stops loading.
Good morning, Henry. Well, I guess good afternoon. You probably slept like a rock. Anyway, there's still a few hours of daylight to get some work in. I can see you at your desk, so call me when you're ready.
She can see me? How can she how can she see me? Why doesn't escape work? Okay. It's notes and documents. Maybe I'm stuck in... Alright.
Hey, sorry, guess I slept in.
You got a relaxing, 14 hours of sleep? Woo!
Yeah, Jesus, I guess it's what, 6?
6:45.
Whoops.
At night?
Don't worry about it. That hike puts everyone out of commission for a day or two. But now that you're up,
Oh
let
wow,
me
the
quickly
clock
get
actually
you acquainted with the job.
matches.
There's a thing in the middle of your room with a round map on it. Do you see it?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
This is the Osborne Firefinder, invented in 1914 by W.B.
Osborne?
You use this to spot, you guessed it, What the fuck?
What is it?
Nothing. You use this to... Oh, fuck me!
Good
What?
God, language, lady.
Out your west-facing window. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
West?
Are those fucking fireworks?
Oh, thank you for the... West.
I need you to confirm. Do you see them?
Yes.
Seriously, are you seeing this?
Oh god, shut up.
Whoa, that's not legal, right?
No. You need to get down there right now and stop them. Fire danger is through the fucking roof.
Is that really my job?
Your job is whatever I say it is. Look, the closest ranger is like 2 days away.
Oh,
Go down
shit.
there and set him straight.
I kick the shit out of them? Can I write them a ticket? Not really into
Do you
this
think you
one.
can handle that?
Can I write them a
Do I
ticket?
write him a ticket?
Easy there, Dirty Harry.
Well,
Get going. You'll probably need a rope to get down the shale between you and the lake, if I remember right. There should be one in the supply box on the way. The code is 1234.
Really?
It's actually that for all of them.
Convenient.
convenient.
That's one word for it.
Alright. Now can I? Yes. Okay. I was like, I don't want to... It's in the middle of talking to me, so I don't want to do this. Alright. So, I'm enjoying this so far. That is actually a pretty interesting story. They really characterized for Henry? Why don't I remember his name? I just played it. I remember her name. Her name is Delilah. Part of the reason I remember that is because I have a character named Delilah in my first novel. But anyway, like, share, subscribe, click the bell, follow me on Reddit, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, join my Discord, follow me on Patreon so I can make more videos like this. Thank you to my current patrons, and buy some merch at my shop at cafepress.com/outswelltraits, and I will see you guys next time.